Hare Krishna, everyone.
Hare Krishna.
Happy New Year to you all.
Happy New Year.
So, where are we?
We are in Richmond Park. If you haven't been here, please try to come here, although I appreciate some of you may be too far. But Richmond Park is famous, amongst other things, for the wild deer and stag. They're called stags.
Yeah,
stags.
Especially. These huge antlers with even moss growing in. Something straight out of like some Hollywood
Harry
film.
Potter.
Okay.
Anyway, I'll put pictures on the screen now. You'll see what I mean. They just wander around wild. You're supposed to keep 50 meters away. You don't need to tell me to do that. But
It's not social distancing.
Yeah, no, you should. But they just wander around wild here in this park. It's quite amazing, and this park is amazing. So we're sitting here under a tree. We're not anywhere near the wild deer because that wouldn't be good for us. But we're just going to read a bit and then go and see them.
So it's New Year's Day, and before we begin, we just wanted to give a shout out to Dharmesh.
Yes.
Dharmesh Prabhu from Crawley. And who was our first subscriber to this Bhagavatam Bites YouTube channel. So thank you very much, Dharmesh Prabhu. He found it when my wife, when Bhava Bhakti was just, diligently uploading all these past videos, and he saw it before it was even complete, and he just immediately subscribed because he saw there weren't any subscribers, and he thought, those poor guys, look at them. And so he subscribed, and so thank you, Dharmesh.
Thank you, Dharmesh.
Dedication and your encouragement, and for wanting to hear Srimad Bhagavatam. So
yes.
Anyway, we're going to read today.
I'll shout out to
Bhagavatam.
Ronnie as well, Sri Devi Gopi's son, who apparently was also watching now and relishing, according to your mum. So, hi Ronnie. And Kushi, because that's his sister. I'll just say hello to Kushi as well.
Okay, got the whole family program.
Why
we
not?
may as well say to Bhavesh as well, Dharmesh's brother.
And thank you, Dawn, for subscribing as well.
Okay.
Our loyals. Follow up on all the channels.
Okay, so where are we and what are we doing?
Canto 3, Chapter 20, Text 5. The chapter's entitled Conversation Between Maitreya and Vidura. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. See, that was in sync. Right, text 5. It's a bit windy, right? But Shonaka inquired about the conversation between Vidura and Maitreya. There must have been many narrations of the spotless pastimes of the Lord. The hearing of such narrations is exactly like bathing in the water of the Ganges, for it can free one from all sinful reactions. Purport. The water of the Ganges is purified because it pours forth from the lotus feet of the Lord. Similarly, Bhagavad Gita is as good as the water of the Ganges because it is spoken from the mouth of the Supreme Lord. So it is with any topic on the pastimes of the Lord or the characteristics of his transcendental activities. The Lord is absolute. There is no difference between his words, his perspiration, or his pastimes. The water of the Ganges, the narrations of his pastimes, and the words spoken by him are all on the absolute platform, and thus taking shelter of any one of them is equally good. Srila Rupa Goswami has enunciated that anything in relationship with Krishna is on the transcendental platform. If we can dovetail all our activities in relationship with Krishna, then we do not stand on the material platform, but always on the spiritual platform.
Interesting. Interesting, this point it mentions in the purport, there's no difference between his words, his perspiration, or his pastimes. Now, in one sense, you might think, well, that's pretty weird. But if I'm not mistaken, I'm pretty sure the Ganga, I have to get this. Actually, no, I think the Ganga is the Karnadak Ocean water. It's not the Garbhodak Ocean, because the Garbhodak Ocean is the perspiration of the Lord. So I just thought maybe that's why that was in there. But yeah, I'm pretty sure the Ganga, because Vamanadev, when he did his second step, he pierced the membrane of this universe. And so inside this universe, all the planets are floating on the Garbhodak ocean. But this universe is floating on the Karna ocean. So yeah, it would have been the Karna. So like that. Interesting. Okay. Any thoughts?
No.
Text 6. O Sutta Goswami, all good fortune to you. Please narrate the activities of the Lord, which are all magnanimous and worth glorifying. What sort of devotee can be satiated by hearing the nectarian pastimes of the Lord? Purport. The narration of the pastimes of the Lord, which are always enacted on the transcendental platform, should be received with all respect by devotees. Those who are actually on the transcendental platform are never satiated by hearing the continuous narration of the pastimes of the Lord. For example, if any self-realized soul reads from Bhagavad Gita, he will never feel satiated. The narrations of the Gita and Bhagavatam may be read thousands and thousands of times, and still, without fail, new aspects of the subject matter will be relished by the devotee. So true.
Yeah.
So true. Of course, it is an awkward thing, because in general, what people are looking for in life is to feel satiated, to feel satisfied, to feel peace, to feel shanti. So we're all looking for that completion point or that satisfaction. So interestingly enough, what Prabhupada is saying here is that, and Sukadeva Goswami or Sutta Goswami, well, actually, who's speaking here? It's Shaunaka Rishi. But that one can never be satiated. Now, I think that's not it's not in a negative way. It's in a very positive way. Just that, that we always want more and more, and we always want to feel, we're like, oh no, I want to hear more. I want to hear more. So it's just like the word lolium, greed. Greed can have a negative connotation. We're greedy for money, we're greedy for things, greedy for fame, prosperity, so many things. But greed, the intense greed to have Krishna consciousness is a good thing. So it means that we're also not satiated. It means it's not that we're not satisfied. We're certainly satisfied, but we want more, like that. So anyway, does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's not that there's any lacking in any way. That's the Achincha Beda Beda Tattva, where I feel satisfied, I feel happy. But then in the material world, it's like, well, then what? There would be no hankering. But in the spiritual world, it's just ever blossoming and growing at the same time. Okay. Text 7. On being asked to speak by the great sages of Naimisharanya, the son of Romaharshan Sutta Goswami, whose mind was absorbed in the transcendental pastimes of the Lord, said, "Please hear what I shall now speak." Text 8. Sutta Goswami continued, Vidura, the descendant of Bharat, was delighted to hear the story of the Lord, who, having assumed by his own divine potency the form of a boar, had enacted the sport of lifting the earth from the bottom of the ocean, and indifferently killing the demon Hiranyakashipu. I keep saying Hiranyakashipu. It's like having kids in it and you get their names wrong. I don't want demon kids, but Vidura then spoke to the sage as follows. Purport. It is stated here that the Lord assumed the form of a boar by his own potency. His form is not actually the form of a conditioned soul. A conditioned soul is forced to accept a particular type of body by the higher authority of material law. But here it is clearly said that the Lord was not forced to accept the form of a boar by the external power. In Bhagavad Gita, the same fact is confirmed when the Lord descends to this earth. He assumes a form by his own internal potency. The form of the Lord, therefore, can never consist of material energy. The Mayavad version that when Brahman assumes a form, the form is accepted from Maya is not acceptable, because although Maya is superior to the conditioned soul, she is not superior to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. She is under the control of the Supreme Godhead, as confirmed in Bhagavad Gita. Maya is under his superintendence. Maya cannot overcome the Lord. The Mayavad idea that the living entity is the supreme absolute truth but has become covered by Maya is invalid, because Maya cannot be so great that it can cover the supreme. The covering capacity can be employed on the part and parcel of Brahman, not on the supreme Brahman.
Wow.
It seems so obvious when you read it, though, that if you're going to present an idea that there is a supreme absolute truth, then that, people may say I'm atheist or I'm agnostic or I'm like Mayavad. Okay, but just from let's just, like theoretical, logical. If we want to present an argument for the sake of an argument that there is a supreme absolute truth, then by definition, the supreme absolute truth cannot be overcome by anything. We're not saying accept, so that means Krishna is God or Allah, Jehovah. We're not going into all that. Just accept the definition that the supreme absolute truth means I am supremely absolute. So I don't have anything above me. And if I do, Maya or otherwise, then that must be supreme, because it's overcome the so-called supreme. So just by definition, you have to accept that this is nonsense, what they're saying. And now we will.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is that...
Cute little dog now, coming over to us.
The thing is that the Mayavadis don't necessarily accept that the Lord, and especially not Krishna, that He is the supreme absolute truth. They accept that the energy, Brahman, energy, the Brahmajyoti, or the energy of the Lord, that impersonal energy is supreme.
And not the
and
personal.
When the Lord, when that energy manifests in a form in order to guide or teach us, bring us back to Him, which they do accept, but they say that form is comprised of the inferior energy, which is Maya. So that's the distinction. So it's like, they're coming at it from a different...
Yeah, it's word juggery.
Well, yes
if
and no.
You can get, because then people are like, but if you're, I know it's, so they're saying the energy is the supreme, the overall. At the end of the day, we're all going to merge. But then, so what you're saying is we just lose. But then Prabhupada also defeats that very easily. He says, so what you're saying is you have a form in the material world, but ultimately it just becomes like nothing. So then there has to be something in the supreme, there has to be something here that the supreme Brahman doesn't have, which is form. So it can't be overall supreme. Because whatever we have here, we've got to have it there, no?
I mean, that's... I don't disagree with that.
No,
but
I
I'm
know.
just saying that it's
playing
these
devil's
things.
Advocate
Yeah, but
for
these
the
things.
sake of someone.
but these things are, you could say, subjective viewpoints or perspectives. So the idea is that they're like, well, that's but God, if you say that the Supreme can do anything, then He can certainly have something present in the material world that doesn't exist in the. I'm just saying, these are the arguments that can be
juggery.
made. Well, it's different from word jugglery, but yeah, okay.
No, I can understand people that are seeking and are not sure, whatever path, how you can get misled. I'm saying we are all one, this is one.
No, I mean, the Mayavad philosophy and theory is
very tricky.
In one sense, it is tricky. Well, okay, yeah, goodness. Okay, text 9. Lord. Skipped over. Text 9. Vidura said, since you know of matters inconceivable to us, tell me, O holy sage, what did Brahma do to create living beings after evolving the Prajapatis, the progenitors of living beings? Purport. Significant here is the word avyakta marga vit, one who knows that which is beyond our perception. Avyakta marga vit, one who knows that which is beyond our perception. To know matters beyond one's perception, one has to learn from a superior authority in line of disciplic succession. Just to know who is our father is beyond our perception. For that, the mother is the authority. Similarly, we have to understand everything beyond our perception from the authority who actually knows. The first, avyakta margavit, or authority is Brahma. And the next authority in disciplic succession is Narad. Maitreya Rishi belongs to that disciplic succession, so he also is Avyakta Margavit. Anyone in the bona fide line of disciplic succession is Avyakta Margavit, a personality who knows that which is beyond ordinary perception. Prabhupada really used this term a lot, but I gotta be honest, it's like kind of the first time I remember hearing it. It's not like something you hear regularly. But it's powerful.
Knowing of that which we do not know. That's in the translation of Yakta Margavit. Knower of that which we do not know. So I think it's fair to say that Prabhupada has made us all of Yakta Margavit, because he's allowed us to know, whether it's theoretical or realized, whichever, but that which we do not know. Just by reading his books, we become so much more elevated than, ordinary philosophers or whatnot. Prabhupada's just given everything, opened up the whole spiritual world. Okay,
Should we call it?
Call it a day.
Call it a day, a New Year's Day, a new day.
We'll finish here. We're going to go and see the stags and deers.
Have a wander, chant Hare Krishna.
I'll put pictures
Such a sunny day for
New
Year's Day.
Very rare.
Very different from the other days.
Yeah.
Thank you all very much again, and please read Srimad Bhagavatam.
Yeah.
This year, make it a goal to read Srila Prabhupada's books. Dive into your spiritual life, and just read a little bit each day. I mean, we just read for 15 or 20 minutes. You can see a beautiful parrot. He's just landed up above us. Amazing.
Oh, it's right around his parrots.
So just read a little bit each day. We just read for 20 minutes. We've gone for a park walk. You come out. You can read anytime, anywhere, just a little bit each day, and it adds up and makes a big difference. Even Dharmesh was saying, I can't believe you guys we're in the 20th chapter, the 3rd canto, and there's been something like 250 sessions on Bhagavatam Bites already, and we started at the beginning of lockdown 2020.
Yeah.
And so here we are coming up into our 2nd year. I think it was May, right? Something like that. April, May we started in 2020. So, just read. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.